Isaac.
Ben.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome to Ben the Menace, man.
Ben,
Here we are.
Welcome to you. Welcome back to your show.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Welcome back to Ben the Menace, everybody. I'm your host, Isaac Abrams. Today's very special guest is Ben.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to be interviewed by Isaac today.
Yes, we can do that. Because you've done, 140 interviews today?
Well, I did one solo, one interview, and you. It's not that much.
Yeah.
It adds up, though.
It'll feel like a lot when we're done.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm going to be probably a lot. I'm going to be an energy drain. I can't tell if I'm loud or not because I do not have headphones on. But that is okay. I'm not complaining.
You actually could listen if you want.
Could I just hear for just a second? Don't cut this out. Don't cut this part out. Oh, I sound great.
You sound okay?
I sound like I sound. I sound like me.
Hey, man, that's all you can ask for.
I'm going to just leave that earwax on there for you. You just see it.
They're Kelvin's, yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, rub it all over the apartment, man.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Oh. We cut to just me rubbing everything all over the apartment. How are you? What's going on?
I'm doing all right. Yeah. So is this what you do on people's podcasts? You just come on and start...
Yeah, no. Yeah, I want to put you at ease
like
first.
Really open-ended questions.
I don't have anything specifically planned. Yeah. I was just going to wing it.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I mean, it certainly hasn't been a short day.
Right.
Where do you live? You live by the beach.
I live somewhere near Los Angeles airport.
Okay.
What is it? What does LAX stand for? Los Angeles.
Yeah.
LA. What's the A? A can't be international though. Los Angeles American.
I think it's LA.
And then what does the X stand for? That's the real question.
You got to talk to a pilot about that. I have no idea.
Well, good thing we brought one in.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bring the pilot in, please.
So you got a nice place in Manhattan Beach. You're having a good time.
Yeah, we'll call it Manhattan Beach. Yeah, let's do that. I've revealed where I live so much on so many podcasts that I'm wary to do it again, but I live in Playa del Rey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's 30 people that live there. So if you want to find out where I live, you can just knock on 29 doors.
Well, that's your mistake. You live where very few people live.
Yeah. But it's a pain in the ass to get there. There's only one road in and out, and it's blocked by the marina to the north and the airport to the south. So if you've got time to kill, come on down to Playa del Rey.
And you've been chilling. It's Sunday. You're chilling out.
Yes, Oscar Sunday. I turned down an Oscar party to be here with you.
Wow, that's mind-blowing.
Well, I thought I could get to Vanity Fair after I left here, but apparently you guys don't charge your camera batteries or anything.
Yeah. Were you really going to go to Vanity Fair?
I mean, I might swing by on the way home, but...
Say what's up to Will Smith?
Yeah,
you go slap him?
In my hoodie. I slapped him earlier this year.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
I was like, keep my fucking wife's fucking name out of here.
I heard he wants to go.
Go to
the party.
Yeah.
He's trying to go.
Is he not allowed?
I don't know. Well, he's not allowed at the Oscars. Why would you go to the party? If you're at that point and if they're disallowing you from the event before the party, why the hell would you go to the party? Or why would you say I have to go? You have to let me in.
Because you want what you can't have. Like if you said, Ben.
No, I know that he wants to go, but why would you go?
I don't know. If I was him, I wouldn't want to go. I like to stay home. Like if I can stay home, I'm staying home.
Like tonight, when you're trying to hit the Vanity Fair party.
It's just on the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a mile from here.
Yeah.
You can hear the red carpet.
Okay, I do have questions now. So,
okay.
You've been before, I'm assuming, to Vanity Fair party.
No.
This is your first time you've ever been invited.
I haven't been invited at all. I was just fucking around.
Oh, okay. You're the kind of guy I was like, maybe. I mean, look at that watch. Maybe he's going.
Wow. Yeah, this watch right here, bro. Check it out.
Yeah.
No, this is a prop from a movie. It was an old piece of shit, and I just painted it gold.
Seriously?
No. I'm gonna keep fucking with you on your own show.
I think you don't know what to believe. It's a nice watch.
It's not bad. It's not even. I wouldn't even call it a mid-level watch. It's a Nixon, so it's just a couple $100. It's not like a Rolex.
Okay.
I'm balling on a budget.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Is it? It'd be cooler if you were just regular balling.
I think the coolest thing to do is be really rich.
Yes.
And no one can tell.
Right, like Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, no one would ever know that you're wealthy.
No, not at all. You're rich and you have dirty shoes.
Yeah, no one's asking you for money, that's for sure. But since we're on the subject, can I hold $1?
Yeah. And it sucks too because I'll give him the money because I'm a pushover. I'm like, oh, this guy really needs $1.
Yeah, I'll give it right back.
That's why I dress like this, so no one ever asks me for money ever.
Do you work, or is it full comedy stuff right now?
No, I work.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of bad jobs. Good jobs, bad jobs.
Good jobs, bad jobs, like that Led Zeppelin song?
Yeah, good times, bad times. Yeah.
Good jobs, bad jobs.
Yeah, totally.
What's your goodest job and what's your baddest job?
Let's see. The most interesting job, you probably will like this.
Sure.
I write admissions essays for Korean kids to get into American universities.
In English?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They don't speak English.
Bro, I dropped out of high school. So,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I can barely write. So that's fascinating that you can do that.
Yeah, well, they're what's the word for it? They're extreme.
Stupid.
Yeah, no.
Oh, sorry.
Illiterate would be what you're thinking.
Right. Yeah. Stupid.
Maybe they're
Finish
good at
each other's sentences.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They, as a culture, it's like the Chinese in some ways.
Yeah.
Very education oriented.
Okay.
And a little materialistic. So they're like, if they see your resume or your CV and they're like, oh, this guy went to a good school, even if it was 10 years ago.
Right.
They're like, he can help.
Yes.
I can't help.
No. And do you have?
33 years. I'm 33 years old, and one of my jobs is to get 17-year-olds into school.
Okay.
Half of my age.
Yeah.
It's a bizarre job.
You're grooming minors for educational purposes.
I should be on that guy's show. What's that guy? Rowe? What's his last name? Dirty Jobs.
Mike Rowe.
Mike Rowe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's a good friend of mine.
Really?
He lives right down the street. No.
Did he give you that watch?
No, he did not. But we worked together on a Caterpillar commercial once.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's not bullshit. He's a great dude. He
actually does seem like a good guy.
He's exactly who you think he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't know what to think of Mike Rowe.
Well, people think he's a dirty guy, right?
Well,
dirty
he's
jobs.
like a real guy.
He's real.
He's a man's man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to maintain that though. So like when he started his show, not to get off on a fucking dirty job.
Hey, go for it.
But when he started his show, he was the everyman, right? He was like you and I or all of us. He had a couple bucks, but he had a TV show.
Yeah.
3,500 seasons later, he's still trying to be like the dirty guy, and he's got $150 million in the bank. He's changed. Money will change you.
Yeah.
Money won't change Chris, but money will change.
No, it changes. People pretend like it's not going to have any effect, but it does
true.
something.
Yeah.
No question.
Have you ever
We're not going
gotten-
to name any names, but it does
I mean,
things.
yeah. We named them already, but
Oh, just Mike Rowe?
Mike is the only one with money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know how money changes people? The way it has for Mike Rowe?
How's this going? Is this going how you thought it would go? Yeah.
I never thought the name Mike Rowe would ever come out of my
Right.
mouth, much less in this episode.
I sure hope that the episode you just recorded comes out before this and people can A-B the two.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to do ABC too.
Right. A-B-C.
And I'm wearing the same shirt in those other two, and I
Yeah.
changed shirts, so
I wear the same shirt in every episode of my show.
that's smart.
Just black.
Streamline it.
That's right. Can't
No,
beat it.
I'd love to have I'd love to be like a cartoon character. I just want to have a uniform.
Bro, the next time you see me, I would be wearing not these specific jeans, but when I found these jeans with the, been on your knees all day, holes in them, I bought 8 pairs of them.
Good for you. I mean, you
I
found
wear
something
the
that
same
works.
thing. Who's that kid that runs Facebook?
Zuckerberg.
Steve Jobs. And Zuckerberg, he said he wore the same shit every day.
Well, and he copied Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm just going to get 400 black shirts and 8 pairs of pants.
I should dress like Steve Jobs every day.
You should. In
Glasses
fact,
and a turtleneck.
You got a jump start on
It's
it right
pretty
now.
close.
Yeah. You know, Steve Jobs wouldn't let his kids have iPads.
I thought you were going to say he wouldn't let them not wear turtlenecks.
That's called pulling a Steve.
That would be amazing. I mean, it's like George Foreman naming all his kids George.
Right.
Steve's got 6 kids, and they're all wearing turtlenecks and glasses.
Oh my God! I'm picturing the family portrait right now.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. No one's smiling, and they all have turtlenecks.
We're
on.
gonna put a picture up in the cut right here.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
We're just gonna keep saying. I do that on my show and never put the shit up.
I keep doing that. I keep going. Okay, so the segment would be called this. Chris isn't going to edit that in,
Right.
but that's what we would call it.
Right. Yeah.
A graphic would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Is my Instagram gonna be right here for all to see?
Yeah, you want to plug up top? Why not?
Yeah, I can.
Now's the time to do it.
Yeah, you can find me on socials at the Isaac Abrams. I am the host of the Isaac Abrams Show on all platforms.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
great.
I don't have any stand-up dates, unless you're going to be in Atlanta. When does this come out?
This should come out in a week or two.
Oh,
Yeah, really, whenever you want.
I want it to come out tonight, and I'll wait. I'll watch you edit. I'll stand. It's happening.
We're going to bring a computer to Vanity Fair.
I almost brought my computer here.
for
nefarious purposes. But we could get into that in a second.
Okay, yeah.
March 25th, Atlanta at the Center Stage Theater. We're shooting Drew Lynch's new special.
Oh, got it.
And I'll probably do a couple minutes, but more like, hey, don't stand up while we're recording kind of announcements.
But that's exciting.
I throw one joke in about The Rock at the end, and then I walk off stage.
That's cool. That's very, very exciting.
Yeah, that's our second special that we're doing this year. We're going to do 3 or 4. He's a beast. He's trying to set a record.
For the most in a year.
Yeah, 3 specials in a year. Most people, I don't know, for everybody at home, most people take a year or 2 to cook up a comedy special.
Yeah. Sometimes more. I think Joe List just did 2 in a year, and people are like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So 4 in a year is insane.
It's nuts. It's definitely 3. He might throw a 4th in December.
Good for him.
He is a beast. He could write a new hour in an hour.
Yeah, he's an impressive comic, no question. I haven't seen him forever, but he's a great comic.
Very, very hardworking guy. He works really hard on his speech and his dialect, and now his fans are shitting on him because he doesn't have a stutter anymore. Yeah, they're like, we liked you better when you stuttered. And he's like, eh.
I do think when you're killing, that gives you time to stutter, basically.
Yeah.
He gets away with the stutter because people are laughing.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
He's like, and then people are going insane, and he's like, while the laughs are happening.
Yeah.
And then he gets back to normal, and they can't tell.
Yeah. And
that's what it seems like when I watch clips.
If you watch his last special,
they're muting the stutter because they love it so much. If they let him bomb, they'd be like, "What the? This guy has a horrible stutter." Yeah,
yeah.
And it's not that bad, but he has a stutter.
When I think about it, I stutter too.
Everybody stutters.
So now I'm speaking slower.
Yeah, you don't want to be conscious of stuttering.
No, you have to get it out of your head.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I think that actually might be why people have such a horrible stutter. It's like a thing it's a block that you can't get over.
It is. Yeah. In his case, he got hit in the throat with a softball.
Yeah.
When he was playing on the team for the Ice House. What's that? Flappers.
For Flappers.
He was a door guy at the Flappers. He was playing on their softball team.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Took a
I saw
grounder.
him it was on America's Got Talent. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Huge on America's Got Talent.
2015 and the All-Stars. Now I'm just sitting in for Drew now. I'm just plugging his shit.
Go for it. He's a good dude. We'd love to. Hey, guys, just picture Drew here.
I can put Drew here on Wednesday if you're available.
That would be great.
Yeah, he's touring and doing the podcast circuit together.
Yeah, if he wants to promote, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Wait until Wednesday for that.
Yeah.
But that's exciting. You're shooting that. You're gonna do time. That's a big audience. I mean, you've done other shows with him.
It's 2. Yeah, we did San Jose in March, and that was at the San Jose Improv.
Oh yeah. That's a nice.
It's a great room.
Club. Yeah.
Yeah. It's 480.
It's a huge improv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atlanta's gonna be 880, but we're killing like 150 seats for the cameras.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good sized crowd, man.
It's
That's
huge.
cool. No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You have to wait. I've only done a few shows like that. Do you know Maximini?
Nah, probably maybe
Persian
the face.
guy?
Okay.
He's like the most Persian guy.
No.
What are you picturing? 300, the movie?
No, I'm picturing Maz Jobrani and Bassem Youssef because I did a pilot for a podcast that they wanted to do and it never went. Oh.
There's a lot of overlap there.
Does he do impressions?
No, not really.
Is he a Laugh Factory guy?
He does Laugh Factory?
Yes, I know him.
Okay, yeah. Very good guy. I met him at the Laugh Factory. I've opened for him a handful of times, and he does like 1,000-seat theaters.
Yeah.
And it's a different game. You're doing. It doesn't feel like the Rec Room. It doesn't feel like an intimate club.
Yeah.
You got to hold for laughs. You got to be bigger.
And it's got to roll to the back of the room and back.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And there's even a bigger jump when you go from like 1,000-seaters to like 2,500 seaters.
I can't even imagine.
Or 3,500 seaters.
But that's the thing. You're doing like 900. You're like, what the fuck does 17,000 feel like?
Right.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, Rogan was saying on his podcast, like once you get over, I think it's 6,000, then it just doesn't matter anymore. It could be 6,000, it could be 150,000. It's just going to be
right.
It's going to be nuts.
Well, I heard Stephen Wright said like it's just swimming. Like you swim in a pool, you swim in the ocean, you're still swimming. But that's not a great analogy.
Right. But in the ocean, you don't see the sharks when you're surfing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. There's waves and animals.
Yeah.
It's not the same body of water at all.
No, in an arena, you can see all the exits they're red, but then under them, the double doors are open.
Yes.
And you can see those pools of light. You see people, hundreds of people are always moving, going to the bathroom.
Yes.
I don't have comedy experience being on stage at an arena, but I've got other like technical experience being on stage in an arena. It's just insane.
It's not the same thing.
The energy in the room is just it's electric.
Yeah, and you're holding longer. You got to be even. I mean,
and of course, Fluffy did Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
He
didn't he do like a residency at Dodger Stadium?
I think he just filmed the one.
Okay,
but I could be wrong. He might have done 2 nights.
I think he did multiple, but still, wild, and that's his
Bro.
fan base, obviously.
100%.
East LA, they're all there.
Yeah.
yeah.
They all walked there.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah. Pretty much.
He brought all of his buses out for that show. He had them all shipped from the warehouse, so you could go like have an experience during the day and like bring the family out before the show. Now it's the Fluffy podcast.
That's
Come
fine.
on in, Fluffy. Come on. I do that on my show.
That would be
Just
incredible.
wave. If he just busted in the door right now.
He's an affable guy. I met him at Haha.
He's really nice.
He's a really nice guy.
Really nice
he was
guy.
eating. He's the only guy I've ever seen eat the food.
At Flappers?
Yeah, no, at Haha.
Oh shit! I've eaten the food at Haha.
Oh, you have?
I have.
What did you think?
When in doubt, chicken fingers.
Yeah.
You can't fuck up chicken fingers, right? Like it's deep fried.
Yeah.
If it was dirty before or undercooked, the deep fryer is
They
going to
fixed
take care
it.
of it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You can fuck up a sandwich pretty bad.
I was just surprised. I'm like, Haha, Gabriel, you're doing pretty well.
Right.
Maybe you can get food somewhere else.
Maybe. But it could also take a lot of fuel to run that engine, and it could have just been a snack.
Yeah, actually, that's a valid point.
Yeah.
That was like an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, just a little light, little something.
Yeah.
Just 12 or 15
Before he
chicken
gets on
wings.
stage.
Yeah.
Normal man is not finishing it, and he's ready to go.
Oh, no. Yeah. He's got to put it back.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're with Drew. That'll be fun.
It's a lot of fun working with Drew. I've been really fortunate to work with a lot of pretty successful comedians, and getting to see the way they run their shit is it's a lot. You get a lot of insight to, like, if you ever get the opportunity to get to that level, you're like cherry picking. I like the way this person does this on their podcast. I like the way that this person tours. I like the way this person does their specials. And in your head, you're like, yep, 2 weeks from now, when I'm doing all that shit.
Well, but working for them, I bet you have the ability to empathize a little bit, whereas most people just wouldn't. They have no idea what it's like to be that fill in the blank person.
Right.
You have a sense of it.
Yeah.
Which is helpful.
It is. I mean, it's like working with people on movies and television. You've been around actors and comedians, and it's just got to be insane to sell 2,500 tickets in one night, or 1,000 tickets, or fucking 5 tickets, right? So, and then after the show, people want to meet and greet you, and all these people are freaking out. So then, when you're not around those people, you need people in your crew that are going to keep you grounded, and you need people that are going to tell you the truth. And that's a really good way to get fired quickly, is to share the truth with someone that is used to hearing yes from everyone else.
But these guys all say they want that.
They say they want it. They'll say it, and then you give it to them. And
yeah, okay, so you're saying fame is just not worth pursuing. This is all a waste.
What is the point of everything? I'm really manic right now.
This is great.
I came in all pumped up to do a pod, and now I'm just like crying.
I have no dog in the fight. You're losing work right now.
Literally right now.
We're gonna cut this.
Yeah, cut out the sad. By Vanity Fair, I actually meant the Improv. I was just gonna go see the Late Show.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, which doesn't start for another like 15
You got
minutes.
plenty of time.
Yeah.
So, did you work with comics before you started doing comedy? Like, what brought you to doing stand-up?
Yeah, actually, I did a television show with Drew in 2014. Did a whole season of TV with him. He was the third lead, I think. But the whole backstory revolves around moving here with a band in 2006.
Yep.
And then 3 days later, I worked my first music video as a production assistant. It was a hip-hop video, and I loved it. It was a 15-hour day.
You don't have to say exact dates, but when are we talking? Like, so we have a sense of the time period.
I moved here on September 5th, 2006.
Okay.
So it was September 8th, 2006.
Pre-housing crisis.
Yeah.
It's a different landscape.
Different world. We shot on film.
Shot on film.
Like 35 millimeter film. And at the end of the night, someone had to drive it to Burbank to a place called Photochem, where they would like wash the film.
Holy crap.
There was no red camera. We didn't shoot digital.
Facebook is like kind of new.
It's newish, yeah. It was still like pretty much college only, or like hip, and everybody still had their MySpace, but they weren't really using it.
So the
anymore.
internet's really not that meaningful. It doesn't have that much of an effect on the entertainment industry. You're in like a pre-internet entertainment industry.
Yeah, to put it in perspective, we didn't even have smartphones until 2007.
Yeah,
and I couldn't afford one because I was a production assistant. So I got my first iPhone 2008, probably.
Yeah.
So when I first started being a production assistant, I would call people from my flip phone. Before that, in the 80s and 90s, if you were a production assistant, you were running around Los Angeles, they gave you a pager and a roll of quarters. And they would page you from the office and go, oh, now we need you to go over here and pick up the props or pick up the camera. And you have to pull the truck over and get out and use a payphone
That kind of job, only being able to use a payphone, how did people survive? How the fuck did people do? Everything must have taken forever.
Dude, I think that's why, everybody, like our parents' generation, anybody in a role, in an administrative role, had an assistant or a secretary. Non-gender specific secretary. I'm not referring to women, but like my dad had a secretary in the 80s.
Yeah,
and he was just a programmer. But
when you say flight attendant, it could be a guy.
That's right.
You're picturing a certain kind of guy, but it could be a guy.
Hey,
it could be any guy.
If this doesn't work out, I'm going to attend
for
some
Spirit
flights.
Airlines.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll all my Delta points into being a Spirit stewardess.
I think that you would be maybe the least happy doing that. Out of any job possible.
I would be like, can I fly the plane now? Can I fly the plane now?
The lighting sucks.
Oh yeah. The fun thing now is though, like if you ask for a beverage, they'll just say no. I would be good at that part.
On Spirit, yeah.
On any airline.
No, you're right. They kind of they don't give you anything.
Yeah, can I have a drink? No.
This is a very long story, but I got flown out to Florida on Spirit. Mm-hmm. And they didn't cover my bags, and I was like, "You realize you should have just." I'm losing money.
Yeah, for comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm either buy me a regular plane ticket, I'll split it with you,
Sure,
or don't do this bullshit where I have to pay to check a bag."
Yeah,
I paid more than the price for the ticket, I think, just to get my bag on the plane.
I think Spirit's $75 a bag.
Yeah,
because I don't make any money on the tickets.
Yes.
Yeah. And I have certain bags, like if I'm doing videography or filming or photography, the cameras have to come with me. So,
well, you're not flying. You can't fly Spirit.
Oh, I won't fly Spirit, but there is a comedian that I'm working with right now that flies me Southwest. So I take pictures from like the regular people area.
Yeah.
And I text it to him and I'm like, just chilling in the Southwest Lounge, bro.
What does he fly? He's first class. What does he fly?
He flies Southwest also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. He just started, when he was a young comic, he just started racking up the points.
He's got the points.
And now he just flies him and his opener and his assistant around on Southwest everywhere.
At least it's an even playing field.
Is it?
But you have all the equipment. It is a little fucked.
Yeah. So, I hate checking cameras. I would rather ship them like a week early to the hotel and just know that FedEx got it there. Because once they...
It's funny that you bring that up because a lot of comics go like, it's such a simple art. It's just the mic and me... People have fucking videographers with thousands of dollars of equipment. It's so much more complicated than just stand up.
Bro, if you want to go down this road, okay, here's what's up. Don't ask me to bring a multicam setup, a full audio setup, a gimbal, an autofocusing second camera, and then, so I need to be an audio expert, I need to be a video expert, I need to be an editor, I need to be a motion graphics expert, and you want to pay me $100 a day? Bro, I brought $40,000 worth of cameras this weekend.
No, comics don't, we have no empathy.
No,
we don't care. We don't get it.
Yeah.
We don't. We go, learning how to do stand-up is hard. There's no question. It's very, very hard.
Yeah.
Nearly impossible for most people.
Yeah.
But what
Including
you're doing...
myself.
Yeah. What you're doing is so much more complicated, skill-oriented, expensive, and we're completely reliant. I mean, any comic is completely reliant on someone taking video now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
guys
can't
have a career.
You can
otherwise.
set your own, tripods up, right? And you can roll them.
Oh, it's just gonna be crap.
Yeah, well,
right?
it is, but we've figured out ways to,
people can do it. Yeah.
Now with 4K, you don't even have to have a long lens anymore. You can just shoot it in a wide, and we can punch way in and post. We can track with you. This is the part where I start talking about technical shit that everybody doesn't want to hear about.
I think this is
we
cool.
can reconform your 16:9 into 9:16, like fucking super fast.
There you go. They're still with you. It's good.
Yeah. Are they still here?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, having the luxury of being able to be at your point of your career where you have a videographer, I think is amazing. And I think people appreciate that. And that's why there aren't that many of us, and we all kind of hang together, and we're like, hey, are you done with that tour? Can you go on this one? I can't cover this guy. Can you cover me this weekend? So it's just good to have like a nice network.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And did you ever see yourself doing this? You were doing your music videos.
Yeah.
MTV is cool.
Oof. Was it?
Maybe it was towards the end of being cool. TRL was still on TV.
It was, but we're talking about like at the beginning of my career in film, we're talking about the Paris Hilton era.
Okay.
Where like everybody had
reality shows.
Yeah. you know, everybody, if you had one hit song, you're getting a reality show.
What did you think was going to happen
To me,
you?
when I moved here?
I'm curious about did you have thoughts about entertainment?
Oh, absolutely. I always wanted to be in entertainment. I always thought the band would take off.
Okay.
But in retrospect, when it's just the four of us sitting around a campfire and we're reminiscing about how things worked out for us, the best thing that ever happened to us is that we did not get a record deal. Because, let's say we hit at 27, 18-month record cycle, one hit. You're going to be in a situation now, 15, 17 years later, where you're still trying to tour that hit at state fairs. And full stop, state fairs. That's basically what you get, and you might get 10 grand to split four ways.
Very sad.
And you have to cover your expenses.
They're racing pigs.
Yeah,
and
I
you're
got buddies
performing.
that did hit that like had songs on the radio, and now they're eking out 65 grand a year because they have to split everything out. So that's the best. I mean, it would have been fun to be in a band, but I think success that early would have turned me into. I don't know. I don't think I was ready to handle the money, and I don't think I was ready to handle the fame. And I think it would have been probably made some weird choices with women. Like if you have an unlimited buffet of people that are
of course.
I mean, like
Get
how are
away
you going to
with
say
murder,
no?
You're doing weird.
Yeah.
And it's maybe it's not even that bad or that egregious, but it doesn't sound good in post.
No, looking back at it.
Yeah,
like
or they say something. And
Right.
You're like, I don't want this coming out.
It's like when you like I don't know how deep of a volcano we want to get on this, but when you hear about comics getting into shit in their DMs, it's not that what they did was right.
Yeah.
But boy, the temptation, right? Like,
it's there.
If I can just Snapchat this girl and then she's knocking on my hotel room door, like, holy shit, who is brave enough to resist?
Yes. And we don't need to go too deep into this.
Yeah.
But for every DM that comes out, where they're like, I can't believe this happened. This is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
There's hundreds, maybe thousands that were completely successful, where they said the worst thing you could possibly say and it just worked.
Yeah. And both parties had a very consensual and enjoyable time.
Hey, bring you and your tits to my hotel, and they're like, yes, sir.
Right, we're gonna have to bleep out the tits, please. Bleep out the tits.
No, but if people have been, how could you expect someone who's getting positive feedback when it comes to acting like a lunatic?
Yeah.
To not misstep at some point.
And it's a secondary validation on top of the money.
Yes.
So, man, these people just paid me $100 a piece to come see me, and now this chick wants to do weird stuff.
My question is like, how the fuck are comics even funny?
Right.
You're just like bathing in money and hot
money
women.
and sex, bro.
and then you go on stage and you're still making good observations.
Yes,
You're
on the fly without
you're not
ever
like all those paper cuts from the money on my stomach.
So relatable. The crowd's like, yeah, me too. I go, yeah.
How are they still good? Getting that, and I think part of it maybe, and you tell me, you've been hung around much better, more and better comics than I have. I think more frequently
because I'm better than you.
Yeah. I mean, at some of the things you do, there's no question.
I meant that to be like, oh, stop it, but it definitely came out super cocky.
And I not inaccurate at the moment.
Okay. Well, I also don't know you, so you could be really good at shit that I'm not good at. But I didn't mean to derail your thought.
No, it's cool. You have.
Yeah, I did that pretty good. Yeah. I didn't mean to, but I did.
Yeah. And you're absolutely right.
You were talking about me and how good I was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you decided to go, how about I turn the knife? Are these like, I don't know. Is it like a hypomania from so much validation that allows them to be like on fire all the time and be funny all the time? Is that some of it?
I think it can be. That can be some of it. I think if we peel the curtain back a little further, if you spend an hour and a half every morning writing your shit out.
No, of course they
Anybody
work
can be
hard. Some
funny,
of them.
yeah.
But my question is, when you're getting that kind of validation, a lot of people work hard on their jokes.
Right.
There are a lot of people.
I think I see where you're going with this. Like, at what point do you stop writing jokes because people are just going to find you funny anyway?
Yeah, that's an option. And also, at what point are the things you're writing just not even interesting or funny because you're just covered, you're bathing in validation.
Yeah. You guys, my Maybach broke down this morning.
Yeah. And you could write a great joke about that, but the only people who are going to get it are like you and Elon Musk.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or Jay Leno. That's a better example.
Yeah.
Or all the cars.
Or both,
They both probably would get it on
when
some
I
level.
hang out with Jay Leno and Elon, all we talk about is cars.
Yeah, they're like, like when your tweet only gets retweeted 200 million times. What And
then Elon wants to talk about space, and then I'm like, shut up about space, Elon.
Elon's tweets are. I think he's a smart guy. I think he's a very obviously no one's going to deny that.
Right.
He's got to stop tweeting so much.
Have you ever liked using something so much that you were like, I think I'll buy the company to keep using it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But now that he owns it, it's like you got to shut the fuck up
right.
now.
Yeah. No, you're done. You bought it. Like you lost your rights.
He's sort of like trumping the Twitter. He's like, you know what I've been thinking about? I'm like, run the company.
Right.
I don't care what you're thinking.
Is he trying to be the first person to tweet from an electric vehicle in a spaceship?
Exactly. Yeah. But he's putting out tweets that other people could tweet.
Right.
While going to Mars.
Yeah.
Just a lot less interesting when it's coming from him.
I think, though, if I'm going to be the guy, let's say I work for the government, and I'm like, let's decide who's going to build our space shit. I don't think I'm going to go with the Tweety guy. Like, I want you to be focused all on space.
You want the nerdiest guy possible. That's
right.
a great observation.
And he used to be the nerdiest guy possible,
yes.
And now he's trying to be cool.
No, you want bald Elon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pre-plugs
That's what
Elon.
You want.
And
he sold PayPal. And there's like one of those...
and he really cashed in.
Yeah. 35-pound... There's a computer next to him that weighs as much as like an infant.
Yeah. One of his 12 infants.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe
he's
two
trying
or three of them
repopulate the world now.
Good for that. I'm on board with.
I don't think we need any more humans.
I think only Elon should be allowed to make humans.
Wow.
You know, like my kids. Like if I have a kid right now, that kid's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Elon's kid. Is going to do good. Why not? Why not let Elon have a kid?
Because of the privilege and that he's afforded by having a billionaire dad? Is it going to do good, or he's going to do good because he's a smart kid?
Both. Let him have a kid.
But haven't you ever met anybody who's been dumb and has super smart parents?
Of course.
Do you ever meet anybody who's attractive whose both of their parents are super ugly? Two ugly people equal one hot person. Two hot people equal ugly kids.
These are excellent counterpoints.
Yeah.
But I do think that the world is in a good place. If Elon has 4,000 kids.
Okay. All right.
And a lot of other people don't have kids. If he's displacing some kids with his kids.
The problem is you'd have to completely alleviate all meth from the South. And I don't, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing to do in the South but do meth and drink Mountain Dew and procreate.
Yes, that's true.
So we would have to clone Elon and then set him free in a breeding camp. Set him free in a camp? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, here's an idea. Right. And I think we can both agree on this.
I already agree.
There's a possibility. Oh, good. Yeah. I don't even need to finish.
Now I have to go with it. They just spit out like Trump is like.
Yeah. How about we kill all the Jews? No.
Hey.
I'm Jewish. You'd have to kill me too. Send Elon down to the South.
Yeah.
And we just basically create a breeding colony. Like we have him change pockets of America.
Yeah, send him to Florida.
There we go.
And just have him breed with all of DeSantis' children.
Yes.
When they're of age. Of consenting age.
I don't know how we're going to do it, but like somehow... This is starting to sound...
I got it.
I said some actually anti-Semitic stuff sarcastically earlier. This is starting to sound a little bit like Mein Kampf, but for Elon Musk.
Mein Musk?
Yeah, Mein Twitter.
Right. Yeah. What if we take it in like a generational approach, where maybe it's not Elon, but we take all 40 of his children,
bam,
we'll spread them out.
That's it.
A little bit in Georgia, a little bit in Florida, and we go, just fuck. You have nothing to do but money and time.
Nobody has to change their behavior at all. No one.
No.
But if Elon's 40 or 50 kids are set loose in Panama City, that's going to change things.
It's going to change the demographics for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Florida will be a different voting demographic in 25 years.
Give it 25 years.
Yeah.
And instead of libertarian, we're talking about extraordinarily progressive and rich, which means a hypocrite.
Yeah. Well, how many billions does he have? Jamie, let's look that up. Jamie?
Yeah. Elon's net worth.
I'm totally kidding.
I'm curious about his net worth.
Why not? Yeah. How many kids does he actually have?
Yes. Can we look both
Let's divide his current net worth up by his current children count.
Elon Musk's net worth $180.4 billion.
Okay. All right. So if he has 10 kids, they all get 18 billion if he splits it evenly.
And he's also like the economy.
Oh my God.
The economy in Alabama
Needs it.
Just shot up.
Sorry, 10 kids.
He's got
Okay.
10 kids.
He needs to have 170 more kids, and they can all have $1 billion.
That's brilliant.
All right, we got to get on that.
I think that's a good idea. I don't know
Yeah.
if we're going to convince Elon.
Well, I don't think it's a hard sell. Hey, Elon, do you want to fuck a whole lot more? There's
yeah.
170 women for you.
He might actually be on board with this. Like sending the kids to the South and all of it.
He might be already planning on it.
It's possible.
Yeah, he was probably running
Yeah.
this out.
He's building a tunnel directly to like the deep.
I forgot about the tunnel and
Me
the
too.
flamethrower.
He kind of bailed on the tunnels, I think.
Spaced. Well, the tunnel's kind of bailed on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're still tunneling, but
Yeah, I don't see it panning out.
No.
The flamethrowers are cool.
they are. Have you ever held one?
One of his. Yes, I have actually.
I have never had the pleasure.
Yeah, I have a buddy in Austin who he does stand up, but we were like at his place late.
Is it Joe Rogan?
Yes.
Wow.
But no, it's you could guess who it is. It's one of the hundreds, if not thousands, of people who moved to Austin for
for
Joe
in the
Rogan.
wake.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
bought a house.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
doing good. He's got other stuff going on.
Oh, I was
He,
like,
he like runs some companies. He's doing
buying a
okay.
house off comedy.
No, he's not doing Kill Tony and buying houses.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you not? What does it pay to be on?
I think
Kill
it's
Tony?
actually the opposite. If you do a set on Kill Tony, you do not own
They
a
take
house.
your house away.
There's no way you own property.
Yeah. No. Have you ever done Kill Tony?
No.
Oof.
Have you?
No. Couldn't. No. 1 minute. I'm a storyteller.
I don't love the idea of it
I
either.
can't get my wheels spinning in a minute. I can't even get them spinning in 5 minutes.
My problem is it's there permanently.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have this set that hey, say it goes great.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it's not yours anymore. It's just
Yeah.
there,
Mm-hmm.
and you're really not supposed to do well.
No.
They don't want
So
you to succeed.
Makes the show funny.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, look how bad these motherfuckers
They
are.
succeed if you don't succeed.
Exactly.
I'm stunned that people want to do it.
Well, show me, other than maybe 2 people, show me anybody who's worked their way up the Kill Tony system and is now a legitimate comic.
Totally.
Yeah.
I agree with
I
that
feel the
too.
same way about Potluck.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, Potluck isn't that effective.
It's not, but I think Jeremiah Watkins had the best approach to it. He wrote 5 3-minute sets and he got up 5 weeks in a row and people were like, this guy's writing an unlimited amount of material.
Yeah.
And he got friends and family after. Like,
That's good.
Very shortly after. So that was my plan. And then I just didn't go.
Yeah, Potluck's like intimidating and also
Yeah.
kind of a lot of the time just doesn't really change things for a lot of people. So you go, why would I even go? But
Yeah.
but it doesn't hurt to do it.
Yeah, if you're looking to go up the Comedy Store route and get your name on the wall, then you just need to go to Potluck, but you need to apply to be a door guy.
Yes.
Door person now, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You work the security.
Well, security's
I
different.
don't know. There's separate, and they don't get as
Yeah.
many spots and
No.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they get
No,
spots at all.
Some of them do.
Do they
get
really?
Yeah.
I heard, not to be a contrarian, but
Yeah,
I
sure.
heard that the security people are specifically hired that don't want to do comedy.
Maybe I'm just thinking of one guy, but he definitely got spots, and he was complaining because he's like, I can't do as many because I'm not a
Right.
door guy. Whatever. This is like inside the Comedy Store, but people love the Comedy Store.
They do. They've made documentaries
Multiple.
about the Comedy Store.
Okay, I want to go back. This is
All right.
this is good. We keep going present and we're going back.
Yeah, it's like a
That's good.
time warp kind of thing.
Yeah. We were talking about Christopher
Can
Nolan.
you cut this in linear order so all the stories make sense?
Or actually, could you do the opposite?
Cut it backwards.
Yeah.
That was a double Nolan reference.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or like Tarantino, just make it totally all over the place.
Right.
And you got to piece it together afterwards.
Right. And then you have to kill yourself in the film. at some
Yeah.
point. Is it movie time? What were you about to
I
say?
do want to get into movies, but before we get directly into movies, you were doing music videos. Did you start doing film too?
I did work on a few films as a production assistant. I worked on a couple of network TV shows, and then I worked my way up to become a second assistant director and then a first assistant director. That's basically the guy that schedules the whole shoot. It's basically a dude that runs around and says, "Can you do your fucking job now?" Oh no, we're waiting on him to do his job. Okay, and then you go get him to do his job, and then all that shit.
Okay.
Schedule the shoot. You call rolls and cuts and do all that stuff. But it's a very, very, very stressful job. So the union that assistant directors or ADs belong to is called the Directors Guild. It's not really a union; it's a guild. Doesn't
Sure.
matter. The average life expectancy, if you work on television and movies, for a guild member is 53 years old.
Wow.
So
For any guild member.
no, for the Directors Guild.
Okay.
If you are a first assistant director that works on television and movies. Now, if you're a commercial AD, which is what I pivoted
Life expectancy.
to, You only need
80.
10 years to vest, and you retire with $3,500 a month and $1 million pension.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've heard.
Yeah, there's no stress in working on commercials.
No, I know. I mean, we were talking about one guy in particular. I'm not going to say who he is, but he was like, I thought I wanted to edit great movies. He doesn't direct, but he edits. And he's like, no, I just want money.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
He's like, I wanted to win Oscars, and then you realize like, no, I know how to do this, and I made some good stuff, but it's too much of a fucking hassle. I don't get paid anything.
Yeah.
And it sounds like directing's the same thing.
Well, when you there's my Drew stutter. When you move from first ADing to directing, it's fucking lonely. Like as an AD, I could work 15, 20 days a month, as much as I want. I can make as many commercials in a month as I want to. As a director, you write a treatment, even though the creative agency has already been like, all right, we're selling soap. Here's the idea for the soap. As a director, you have to rewrite what their idea was, and then they send it back to the client, and then you either get it or you don't. But you're working every day for free to see if you can pitch on another idea. It's like auditioning for actors.
You're freelance, yeah.
Yeah. And my best directors work, if they're really, really good, they work once a month. Really good, because you just don't have enough time to do that more than that. So if you're into golf, you could call a director and be like, hey, you want to golf today? And they're like, oh my God, yes. Get me out of the house.
Right, they're not working.
They're working, but they're not working. You know, they're working like we're working right now.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that doesn't sound like a horrible life as long as it's the work that you're getting is consistent.
If you can get it to be consistent. There's the perfect triangle of freelance, which is work booked, money in the bank, and checks in the mail.
Right.
So you got a little to spend now. You know you got more money coming in. You know you got even more money coming in.
But I bet that's probably not something that most people have all at once in that industry.
It's so hard. To feel financially secure as a freelancer, you need 6 to 8 months of bills in the bank at all times.
This is very interesting. So are there directors out there who are like working at Panda Express?
Yeah, they're the ones that don't come up the chain first.
No, but like, what do they do?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Drive Uber.
Okay.
Whatever gives them time to write.
Yeah.
So there's this, like there's the old school where you would start as a production assistant and you would work your way up the chain and you would become a director. And now everybody gets out of school, film school, which is ridiculously expensive, and they want to direct right away without a proven track record. So unless some guys, I'm from the East Coast, guys is gender neutral. I have to say that on set now.
Oh yeah, no, that's why you're so paranoid about this shit. You're in the industry.
Yeah, I can't get. Yeah. It's like, oh, I saw what you said on Ben's podcast about trans people. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
That's honestly what we should call the podcast.
Trans people.
I saw what you said on Ben's podcast about trans people.
I saw what you said about trans people with Ben. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome. We do want to welcome all the trans people back.
Of course.
That stopped listening earlier.
Just in general, I want to welcome.
I hope they just got into it right at the 43-minute mark. They just started watching.
If somebody likes to fast forward through podcasts and happens to be what are the odds of that?
Right. Christopher Nolan starts at the end.
Yeah.
Listens at the beginning. I forgot where we're going with that.
Well, so we need to change the battery, right? Okay, so let's change it out, and then we'll pick up and we'll do movies more. I wanted to segue, hear more about your movie stuff, like your background, and then we'll get into the reviews.
More about movies right after this.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll be right back. How many times can we do an end tag before he just has to? Like, so what were you saying about Hitler?
Yeah, well, I was talking about Hitler earlier. He comes up, actually, so my girlfriend, soon-to-be wife's sister listens. Yeah, whatever. Her sister was on speaker with my girlfriend. And she goes, could you get Ben to stop talking about being Jewish on the podcast?
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you be less Jewish, please?
Yeah, I'm like, that is the perfect thing for someone from rural Wisconsin to say.
Right.
They don't, yeah.
No, that's perfectly okay to say in rural Wisconsin.
Yeah, exactly.
There are no Jews in Wisconsin.
And it's like, isn't this fascinating for you? You grew up with no Jews around.
Right.
And finally you get to watch a Jew
who
you know talk about being a Jew.
Right.
But she was not. She was like, yeah, that was her main complaint. And I'm just like,
be less Jewish.
Yeah. All right. All right, sister, Hitler-in-law.
Hitler-in-law. Do you want it? Let's say her name. Let's put her at right here. Say her name.
She'd
Let's
love
have
it.
all the fans blow her up.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. She sees a drastic spike of 5 people, 6 people.
This will if this exactly. If this ever does if I ever get any traction with like the solo stuff, it's not gonna have a good effect on my family. No. Because you get too honest when you're doing those long solo ones.
Oh my God!
I don't know how Bill Burr does it, where he's like, "I'm not naming names. I'm not talking about this. I'm not." How the fuck do you not just go? And then my fucking wife's dad was being an asshole. Like, how do you not do that?
I think you do it, and then if you're Bill Burr, you pay someone to cut it out.
Yeah.
And then we have a friend in common that will spend 2 hours recording his solo podcast, and it cuts down to 40 minutes.
Ooh.
Or an hour. So we won't say any names.
I can think of who that is.
Yeah, you know. But that's the whole thing. You just run it, and then if you have the time, you can go back and edit it and make yourself sound so cool.
Yes.
Especially with multiple cameras.
Yes, that's true, too. And another complaint I've gotten is they're like, you don't edit. I had a guy say that. I'm just like, yeah, I don't have...
Do you remember that guy's name?
Yes, he's trans. No, he's not trans.
Wow! Oh, man.
Yeah, he's a gay guy who watched it and he was not offended, which is good. That's nice.
The gay part probably doesn't matter. But,
gay fan.
Hey,
he happens to be gay.
Gay fans 42069. Yeah. Go edit your own fucking podcast.
That's good.
I've literally said those same words on my own show. Because I do cut my own show.
I get it, yeah.
And it's tough.
It's not easy.
But season 3, we have a producer that's going to run the switcher for us. So that's going to be like, oh, that's a cut. Let's put that shit online. Like
Good
right
for
away.
You. That's
yeah,
cool.
Something really looking forward to. Used to try and switch myself while I was having a conversation.
Holy shit.
Like trying to talk to you and hit buttons.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then have computers tied into it and cut to the screen and like look at all the shit.
Does it have a drastic effect on the episodes? Do you feel like they're better not switching?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was another show. It was a pop culture show, and my co-host talked too much, and I would just let her just rant.
Got it.
George Clooney married who? Cool. Fucking I was basically the producer, but I was the co-host. Misty and Ike, check it out. 428 episodes, only on everywhere.
Okay, so we've established you've done some direct. You direct. You're a director.
I do direct. I don't want to make it seem like that's my main gig. I have directed. When people produce something, they're like, I'm a producer now. Like it's all tiers. Like in commercial world and comedy specials, I'm a fucking director. But with movies, I haven't directed a movie, but I've made movies as an AD. So I like to quantify that. I don't like to be like, I'm fucking Hollywood,
But you've been on sets, you know the deal to some degree. We're gonna basically wrap up with our picks for the Oscars.
Yes, yeah,
and possibly some reviews woven into that. But really, what's more important is picks for the categories of the Oscars.
Okay.
And we'll do the whole thing. You are a significantly more educated guesser, but also just like you have a more attuned sense of it. I also feel like you haven't seen you don't want to see the movies. You don't care.
I don't. If I know they're nominated and I haven't seen them yet, then I'm like, I'm probably gonna wait till after award season. And usually, if I'm paying for so many fucking streaming services,
tell me about it.
I'm not going to the movies. I'm not paying $400 to go sit in a room with other people that are just on their phones and eating popcorn really loud. I hate the theater experience.
I get it.
But I love watching movies at home.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
There are some things where I'm like, this would be better in a theater. Occasionally, you're like, this. I would like to see this in a theater.
I got talked
with
in
no one else in the theater.
Correct. Which is an amazing experience.
Yeah, that's the best.
If you're ever out with a comic that's like, let's have them open the theater at midnight after the show tonight, and it's just gonna be a private viewing for the 8 of us. That's
holy shit. Yeah, that's even better.
That's so awesome because the popcorn is way fresher, but.
Yeah,
not because there's no one in the theater. I did go see Top Gun 2 in the I don't know what they call it now. I wanted with the handprint theater and where they're doing the Oscars.
The Chinese.
I didn't want to say the ethnicity of the theater.
That's what it is.
Well, the theater itself isn't Chinese, but it's the Dolby. The Dolby's next door, where I saw Chris Rock.
I don't know,
but I did see it in Laser Dolby. Is it the Dolby Theater? I don't know.
Is it called TLX now?
It's formerly referred to as the Man's Chinese Theater. It's got a print symbol now.
The Washington Redskin Theater?
Yes. Yes, they play hockey in there. Yeah. But I did see Top Gun 2 in laser, which is my first time seeing a laser experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never done that. That's cool.
It's worth it. If there's, we waited 40 years for Top Gun 2 to have fucking little or no storyline and just watch the planes fly around for a little bit.
That's what I thought too.
It's Star Wars in Russia, basically.
It literally is
Star Wars in Russia.
It's the plot of Star Wars.
It's Star Wars 4. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. That's all that it is.
I can't think of Luke Skywalker's line where he's like, I could hit a swamp rat from time to. Yeah.
That's the whole movie.
Like, oh.
No, Tom Cruise is an ancient.
But damn, he
Luke
looks
Skywalker.
Good. Yeah.
For his age, he looks fantastic. Yeah. I did say that his face is a little more mobile than it was in the first one. So there's a lot of like pulling.
Yeah.
That's a discrepancy.
Because he actually flew the plane.
Oh, he did for real.
Yeah. So there's a making of that he shot with James Corden where and it's 30 minutes in Palm Springs of him just like doing barrel rolls and like watching James Corden throw up everywhere because Tom Cruise is not allowed to do interviews anymore. The only person that he's allowed to talk to is James Corden.
Why?
Because he like does stuff like jump on Oprah's couch and he says the wrong things.
So he can do like car karaoke or whatever.
It's self-mandated. He was like, I don't want to talk to anybody but James Corden. So they and of course if you're like James, am I saying it right? Gordon.
Yeah, you
Corden?
got it.
Yeah. Apparently he's not that friendly.
I've heard tell.
Yeah. I got some deep dirt on that motherfucker.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
After. My favorite thing is we'll talk about it after.
Oh, I love the after because when I'm at home and listening to a podcast where they're like, we're going to talk about it after, I'm like, talk about it now.
No, me too. I'm always just like, what are they? Who is it?
Right.
It's
And
always a
that's
name.
why you should subscribe to Ben's Patreon.
That would be awesome.
Where we're going to do the after show and talk all about
That's
James
actually
Corden.
brilliant. And we can actually call the Dolby Theater what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
In that episode.
And the nickname.
and the nickname. Okay. I don't want to get too caught up in Top Gun. I'm
sorry.
But it's one of the nominees. So what are the best of? What are the
Which category are we doing first?
We're gonna do best picture first.
Oh, okay.
We got to do that.
Start at the end.
And we'll get into some like deep shit. We'll get into weird stuff too. I know that Top Gun is nominated.
Okay.
Let's see.
We could guess.
I know that Tar. Do you know that movie with Cate Blanchett?
I just saw it on Apple on iTunes. I didn't see it. I saw the thumbnail for it.
I know that's nominated.
Yeah.
I know Triangle of Sadness. Have you seen that?
I haven't. The boat movie.
You'll love that.
Oh yeah, everybody
funny
dies.
movie. It's
Oh,
good.
is it good?
Yeah.
It's got my who directed that? Is that
The Swedish guy.
the aquatic dude? Or am I thinking he's aquatic?
No, it's not Wes.
It's not Wes.
Not Wes Anderson.
It's got a Wes-y
It looks
vibe.
like Wes Anderson.
It's got a Wes-y vibe.
It's like the Swedish Wes Anderson. And he's funny. He's good.
What would Wes Anderson's name be if he was Swedish?
Probably would just be Wes with an umlaut over it.
What's up? Yeah. What's up?
So, nominees for Best Picture are All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh.
All Quiet on the Western Front. I didn't see that. I heard that was good. Have you seen that on Netflix?
I did see it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe
Let's hear all of them,
Yeah,
and
let's
we'll
hear
talk
them.
shit about the
Yes.
ones
There we
like.
go.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
Avatar: The Way of Water. We should
on.
re-say it, right, so they can hear us.
Yeah. I mean, if it takes you 15 years to make something, you're just gonna get nominated.
It shouldn't have taken him 15 years.
No.
No. He built himself a Titanic aquatic tank down in Manhattan Beach, and he was playing with boats for 15 years. He
I
didn't
heard.
film the movie.
No, he's got Sigourney Weaver, who's like post menopause, doing like diving, doing like deep sea diving.
Right.
That's not a good business plan.
No.
Next
All right.
is The Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh.
I saw that.
Yeah, Colin
Farrell.
and-
Irish.
And the other Colin.
Is he Colin too?
I
the other
think
guy?
Colin Firth?
I'm
No,
sure-
that's the other guy.
No. It's the most Irish movie ever made.
Oh, God. The 2-minute trailer alone will make you go, I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch the whole thing.
Yes, sure. That's true. Actually, I enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
it's pretty much
It's one brother telling the other brother not to talk to him, and I'm sure at the end, spoiler alert, they probably make up, right?
No.
They kill each other.
It gets pretty ugly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Great. Got it. One or the other. I had 50-50.
There's a
there.
lot of flying fingers.
Oh, right. Because every time he addresses his brother, he cuts a thumb off.
Yes.
It really starts cutting his fingers off.
All of them.
That's like the shrimp. Or is it the shrimp? The lobster.
It's very.
Yeah.
And Colin was in that too.
Yeah,
Farrell.
it feels like that a little
Yes,
bit.
it is like that.
Did we get to the end of the list?
What else?
Elvis.
Elvis.
Oh, my
I haven't seen
God.
that. I didn't see that.
Treat
I heard
yourself.
I heard they had to edit. I heard they had to edit Tom Hanks's voice. They had to post his entire.
Oh, because it didn't sound like the Colonel?
And no, because they couldn't hear what the fuck he was saying.
Oh, because your mom the Colonel did?
They had to do. He had to do audio
Yeah.
in post for the entire movie.
Growing up, my neighbor next door was,
Sounded like
he
that?
was the Colonel.
Holy shit!
I mean,
in North Carolina,
big boy, yeah,
Yeah.
big boy. Used all the words you think he uses.
Yeah, of course.
Or the one word you think he uses.
Yeah, I can
but
think of
had
it.
the shirt and the glasses, and boy, we're gonna go up over there. We're gonna get it done. Yeah,
That's fun. That's
yeah.
fun. That's
And
a
they
good way
loved
to grow
Elvis
up.
actually. Really loved him and his wife.
Not
loved Elvis.
surprising.
Another one is The Fablemans.
The Fableman.
Oh, that's about Spielberg. It's about his like life story. I
Oh
didn't see
yeah,
it.
pass.
Him as a kid,
Right.
Now I want to make movies.
oh movies about movies.
Never
Pass or
good.
smash.
Well, and movies about writers are the worst.
Oh.
But a movie about a director, who
Right.
cares?
Like, did you actually watch Capote?
no.
Yeah. right?
I don't because I can't.
There's 3 versions of it, and they're sitting in his bathtub typing. It's a movie about writing.
Actually, I saw the one with Louis C.K. in it. I did see that
really?
one. Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah.
Not great.
No. No.
Next one, Tar.
Oh, that's what I mentioned with Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
She's a conductor.
Right.
Yeah.
How many are there?
That's it. There's too many.
4 more.
There's
What?
4 more.
That's going to be 10 total.
Jesus.
Top Gun Maverick.
Okay. Okay.
Triangle of Sadness.
Triangle
Yeah,
of
we
Sadness.
mentioned that.
Women Talking.
Women talking.
I actually did watch some of that with not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I've heard of this. I've just never seen
It's
it.
so on the nose. It's like
Yeah.
crazy. It's actually good filmmaking, but I'm just like, what are you? It's propaganda. Okay, let's do one more.
And the last one is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh.
I actually haven't seen that.
I haven't either.
People love it.
But wow, if that doesn't win, based on my opinion of not having fucking seen it at all.
All the kids who I think grew up goth love that movie.
Interesting.
All these like dark, brooding.
Yeah. What's the
People who didn't play sports are like, it's the best.
staying home from softball? You're talking about me.
Was that you?
No, I have a very long story about how I made varsity soccer as a freshman.
Oh, okay.
I'll make it very short.
Then you would hate this movie.
Possibly.
Or who knows?
I'm
Yeah.
very non-athletic, but I made the team, and then I was coming out of private school into public school.
Okay.
Privilege acknowledged. And I skipped a ton in 8th grade. I was going into my freshman year, and the coach got my attendance report after I'd already made the squad. And he was like, hey, why were you out 86 days last year? And I was like, 14-year-old brain going, I don't want to lie to the coach. Are we running out of time?
We just
Okay.
got to make a pick and we're good. But keep going. Keep
Okay,
going.
sorry, real quick. I was like, oh, shit, I'm sick. And he's like, what are you, fucking terminal? And I'm like, no, yeah, I don't know, something wrong with me. And he goes, oh, well, then you're off the team. And if I had just been like, coach, I was skipping, my whole life would have been like
Wow.
varsity soccer all the way, probably would have gone to college on a scholarship. Yeah.
That's too bad.
Making a pick, though.
you regret
Wrapping it
that?
up. No. I mean, I'm sitting here with
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
If I had made any other choice in my 43 years, I wouldn't be on the
You
couch
wouldn't be
with you
doing
right now.
well, yeah, I don't know if that's a reason, but
Butterfly
you wouldn't
effect.
be doing what you're doing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of those 10, what do you think?
What do I think won? What do I think Hollywood picked?
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what we're doing, right?
We can do both.
Okay, my pick is my write-in pick, which is going to sound a little gay.
Oh,
is-
boy. Good. Lucky for you.
okay,
A
good.
little gay.
Is The Whale.
Okay.
I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't hear.
Brendan Fraser's fat.
Right.
I thought it was a perfect. That was
Right.
a great
When you
movie.
said write in, I thought you meant you were going to write a letter, but like not on
It's
the
just
list.
one that's not on the list.
Yeah.
yeah. That's my pick for that. But
Yeah.
I really liked. My favorite would be the Triangle of Sadness. I like the Triangle of Sadness a lot.
Wow, I'm going to watch it tonight.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
What about you?
Of the
Your
ones
pick.
that I've seen,
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think I only saw Top Gun.
That's the only one you saw.
I don't know. I have a really bad short-term memory, so I'm really not sure.
Elvis? Did you see Elvis?
Oh, I really enjoyed Elvis.
Okay.
But Hollywood's not going to pick Elvis. They shot that in Australia. So that would
Oh.
be supporting outside of the United States.
That's an
So the
interesting-
Academy's just never going to.
Okay. Well, what do you think? What do you pick? And then we'll do Academy, and then we're done.
All Quiet's going to get cinematography, and I think the best picture, it's going to be tough, but the Everywhere All at Once already won something this season, so I think they might pass it because they try and spread it around a little bit. Avatar's probably going to jerk James Cameron off at some point tonight, but it might not be best picture.
It's gonna be something with effects. What do you think?
I don't know. I honestly not. I'm going to go.
I think Hollywood's gonna pick Emancipation.
Slap the shit out of you for that. That would be so funny. Like if we knew each other well enough for me to slap the shit out of you.
It could go viral, actually.
It could be.
That,
Two
like,
white guys
3-second
slapping
clip?
each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at these two Jews just slapping each other around. Yeah. Great.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood. We got 1 minute.
We're in the 1%ers.
This could end just on a
Yeah.
cliffhanger would be good for this.
How about this?
What if we just can't decide?
This is the end of part 1, and we'll pick it up on part 2 in a couple weeks.
I would love to do
Yeah.
that.
Let's bump some mics.
We can actually get into this shit.
Yeah. You can come on my show. Check out my show for part 2 of this shit.
There we go.
Yeah.
Say his name
Say my name.
of the show.
The
Oh.
Isaac Abrams Show.
Plug as much as you can.
Yeah.
I'll plug it. No, I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay.
It's a massive show. Thousands of people watch it. So, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming,
Yeah,
man.
This is awesome. A
Yeah,
lot
it was
of
fun.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Good to have you
I
on.
wonder what that sounded like. Yeah, I'll be back anytime.
Great.
I think they've probably cut on us probably now.
It's over, right?
Is it?
Kelvin will.
Thank you, everybody.
Will stare smiling at that thing.
See you next time.
Way past when it's over.
Yeah. Just drooling. Yeah. Are you okay, man?